Yeah, guys, a lot of new stuff in this story. It's got a lot of people talking. He says he's giving these kids a better life, but his methods and how he's exposing these kids online continues to raise eyebrows. Wayne Reef showed up today in his work van. Check out his plate. He doesn't spare Michigan from his taunts, nor does he spare the random kids living in his Madison Heights home. Photos with young black kids, not his own, but in his care, and using racial humor to mock them. And just yesterday, you posted a photo of a young African-American boy mowing the lawn. You joke about slave labor. Are you still running?
I am.
Reef began taking in foreign exchange students years ago. That was until the school district called Child Protective Services. Sources say allegations of drug and alcohol abuse involving minors?
That is correct.
Local police investigated as well. Both agencies never pressed charges. He was banned from the foreign exchange program. But in our interview, he dropped this bombshell.
I had an exchange student last year.
Or are you allowed to have an exchange student? The sources told me that you were not allowed to do it anymore.
I lied. I lied to the program. On the application, when they asked, did you ever have CPS contact, I said no.
They put a kid in your house that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Since then, he's replaced the exchange students with other disadvantaged young boys and girls using his place as a crash pad.
Youngest is probably 14, oldest I believe is 19 or 20.
A middle-aged man living alone with a bunch of teenagers. Some might find that creepy. Especially when you look at these older Facebook logs we obtained. There are pictures of shirtless teenage boys. There are some questionable posts from you, such as, "You can tell I'm drunk, but I think he does have a sexy chest." It appears like you're ogling young boys. It sounds creepy, it sounds inappropriate. How do you explain that?
As I said before, my sense of humor is off.
But do these kids know that you're posting this stuff online?
Oh, yeah.
Forget, I'm a teenage boy, and an old white guy is posting shirtless photos of me on the internet and posting kind of sexually suggestive comments about those photos. I would be embarrassed.
I posted that for the exchange students and their families back home, so their families back home can see what my exchange students are doing.
They can see you posting pictures of them without shirts on and you posting inappropriate comments about them?
Yeah.
As for parents thinking about voting for Reef, you lied to the exchange program, you post some of these questionable online postings. This guy does not have the judgment to be on a school board. Do you understand that accusation?
I sure do.
And your final answer to that?
You should look into the backgrounds of all our board members.
Well, he said the parents of those children are aware they're living with him. 3 of the students go to Madison Heights schools, he says. Again, these are kids that are not legally adopted or fostered to him.
So they're just basically guests in his house?
Pretty much.
And they're between ages of?
14?
He said, yep, young teens up to about 20.
All right.
Just hanging out. I don't know. It sounds creepy, and we'll see what happens from here, right?
We'll keep an eye on the story. Thanks, Jonathan.